we have a developing story in the world of college athletics. The Big Five vote for autonomy has passed. Hello, everyone. Welcome inside our Campus Insider studios. I am Shay Pepler, alongside our managing editor, Pete Fiutak. And Few, in layman's terms, what did the NCAA just decide on?
It kind of is boring. It's not really exciting to most fans, but really all they did was they voted to make sure that these Big Five conferences, the ACC, Big 10, Big 12, Pac-12, and SEC, Notre Dame's lumped in there with the ACC, they get to kind of decide how they want to rule things. And the NCAA doesn't really get to tell them what to do. And the smaller schools don't really get to have that much of a vote. So really what happened is all these big, rich, powerful schools just became bigger and richer and more powerful. And they really wanted to say, you know what, we want to decide how we're going to run our programs.
So how does this affect the college football landscape, especially fans that are watching this game week in and week out? How does that change
Not
things?
much. You know, if you're just a fan tuning in, it really doesn't affect what the on-field play. As soon as the ball is kicked off, you're not going to care. At the end of the day, there's going to be more stuff that's going to happen with recruiting and how teams are going to be able to get talent, acquire talent. And the big thing that's going to be on the table for the average fan is this term cost of attendance. It's kind of the Big Five's way of kind of killing unionization and saying cost of attendance will be what it costs to go to a certain school. So if you're a UCLA student, it costs X amount of dollars to go there. The school will then be able to pay them that money. But really for the normal fan, things are going to be pretty much business as usual. The same programs that have been monsters for 50, 100 years are going to be still monsters going forward. The Ohio States, Alabamas, even Notre Dames of the world, they're still going to be able to do what they want to do. And it's going to be interesting to see how they go forward, because all these schools that are making a lot of money now are going to make a lot more, and they're going to be able to change and do things how they want to.
So you mentioned the big schools, the Alabamas, the Notre Dames of the world, but what about the smaller schools? What does it mean for them?
It doesn't really affect them all that much. I mean, it does because they don't have a voice. Before, they really got to have as much say as a lot of these other big schools, but really at the end of the day, if you're Michigan and you're getting 110,000 fans a game and you've got this massive athletic department, Eastern Michigan just is not on that same, figurative playing field as these guys are, and they just don't have that vote that a Michigan wants. So for the little guys, it doesn't really change all that much. They're still going to get their games. They're still going to get their non-conference games. And if you were a MAC school before, you weren't going to be that huge anyway, and now things pretty much stay business as usual.
Interesting stuff, right? Pete Fiutak, thanks so much for the insight. Well, how does this vote affect the business side of things in the world of college sports? Hear what our business insider, Christy Dosh, has to say. You can find that video only right here on CampusInsiders.com.